Welcome to the Hive for round 2 of the boys basketball civil war between Hillcrest and Bonneville.
Now, Phil, these two teams played a few weeks ago. Hillcrest won 80-66 in the dungeon, but here we are, like you said, at the Hive, so the Bonneville Bees have home court advantage.
Well, Sam, as you might imagine, this game is receiving a lot of attention, not only in the district, but throughout eastern Idaho.
That's true. In fact, it's East Idaho's game night. We caught up with Maddie Merrill at Z103 to see what it takes to bring East Idaho game night to the masses.
You know, to put on one of these things, it takes a little bit of manpower. You know, we got to put up banners at the school, you know, well before everyone gets there. We got to set up all the broadcast equipment. We got to get everything set in terms of the prizes we're throwing out and whatnot. It takes quite a few people to get it done. We got to get there pretty early. So, for example, for the Civil War, we'll get there around 4, get all the banners up before everyone gets in the gym, and get all of our broadcast equipment set up. And if there's any issues, get it all taken care of. But as for why the Civil War, I mean, it's the Civil War. You know, it's one of the biggest games in eastern Idaho. It's one of the biggest rivalries in eastern Idaho.
We'll check back with Maddie a little later to get his thoughts on this rivalry.
Well, let's take a look back at what has happened since these two teams played back on January 8th. It seems like forever ago.
It does, Phil. However, Bonneville had the game the following night and worked out some of their frustrations and had a 16-point victory over Blackfoot. Their record since the last Civil War is 2-4, but the Bees are still looking for their first win in district play.
Let's take a look at Hillcrest. Hillcrest has a 4-2 record since that time. It could easily be 5-1, but they lost by just 1 point the other night against Madison. The Knights are currently tied for 3rd place in district play.
Well, Phil, let's check back with East Idaho game night Maddie Merrill to get his thoughts on what makes the Civil War so special.
Because it's intense. It's an intense rivalry. I mean, obviously the rivalry's only been going on since 1992 when Hillcrest opened up, and but it's fun because those two schools, they'll do whatever they can to try to outclass each other, it seems. And it's just fun to see the kids having fun. And, it's just a natural rivalry with the proximity and both schools being in the same district. The Civil War is just a really fun rivalry. There's lots of good games, lots of good history between the two teams. And so it's just one of those things that just makes sense. It's kind of a no-brainer to go do the Civil War.
Well, that's going to do it for us. You can watch the game live on idahosports.com.
Or, of course, nothing's better than coming down here and watching it in person.